What's up, beautiful people? It's your favorite cousin back again, Cousin Rich. And I have a quick question. How many times have you given out more than you received? And at the end of it, you've been tired, you've been drained. You feel like you don't want to be that giving person anymore. A lot of the reason why this is because you're not selfish enough. Now, I know a lot of times we've been told, don't be selfish, being selfish is bad, da 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 da, which is true to an extent. The extent is when you're not righteous with it or when you're greedy with it. But selfishness is important, especially for chosen ones or people who love to give or empaths, people who feel emotions, people who are sympathetic. And the reason why it's important to be selfish is because you need to take care of yourself first. See, this is the prime reason we should be selfish. It's in order to fill your cup up before you fill any other's cup, basically. See, we tend, especially chosen ones, empaths, or people who love to give, we tend to give more than we receive, or we tend to give before we give to ourselves. And this is where the emotional drainage or just drainage period comes from. It's because we don't have enough for ourselves, because we put others before us. And it's not because we lack self-love. It's not because we love others more than us or we're looking for validation or anything. No, a lot of times that's not it. Some cases it is, but majority of the reason is that's not it. It's just in our nature to help others. And we haven't been rooted or we haven't been grounded or we haven't learned the importance of having strong boundaries or we haven't learned the importance of truly putting ourselves first before others. And the only time when we learn this is after we get burned or after something happens where we're forced to learn this lesson. See, a lot of times we find gratification in being able to help others. So that's why we help others. It's just who we are innately. That's just who we are. We're helping, giving people. But like I said, it comes a point in time where we get burned. And that's where we're forced to learn the lesson of being selfish. Selfish in the sense of filling up your cup first before you're able to fill others' cup. What this looks like is giving to yourself first, making sure you're healed, making sure you're healthy, making sure you have enough resources for yourself, making sure you have enough time for yourself, making sure you have enough love for yourself, making sure you're taking care of the most important person, which is you. And this is not in a narcissistic way where you feel like you're God's gift to earth or anything like that. No, the most important person in your life is you, no one else. A lot of times in our nature, we may tend to make others feel like they're the most important person in our life. That's just the gift that we have. And I believe that's a beautiful gift, and don't shy away from it. But in order for you to really have that gift, or in order for you to maximize that gift, I should say, you should implement something first, which is take care of yourself first. Imagine if you take care of yourself first, and then you're able to make people feel like they're the most important person on earth. You're a bad person. And not bad in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, bad being evil or anything like that. No, you're a special person. You're a special individual. This means that you've already taken care of enough of yourself, and you have so much overrunning that you're able to help others. And now when you're helping others, you're making them feel like they're the most important person. And now when you do that, you're not even looking for that energy and to be reciprocated because your cup is already full. So something that can happen from that is now that person can either take that energy now when their cup overruns and pour it into somebody else, or they're able to, help themselves now, depending on whatever point that they were at. A lot of times we weren't taught to be selfish. A lot of times we were taught that we were supposed to be just givers, especially men. We're taught that we're supposed to be providers. Yes, right? But don't provide for others before you provide for yourself. How can you provide for your family? How can you provide for your loved ones? How can you provide, for anybody? How can you help anybody if you're worn down, if you're tired, if you're drained? You can't do it. So men, you have to be selfish, or women, who have dependents, whether it be kids, whether it be elderly family members, whether it be other family, whoever the case may be, that is dependent on you. I'm pretty sure you're in the same boat as well, meaning other people are dependent on you. And how many times have you felt drained giving and serving others, helping others, and then you look back at it and you haven't given yourself anything, or enough to continue to the next day? This is why it's important for you to help yourself. I know you've heard it before when you ride an airplane, they say, hey, in case of emergency, what do they say? Put your mask on first before you help put your passengers or help someone else put their mask on. Why is this? If you put somebody else's mask on first, you're gonna die. Point blank, period. So we should take that into life. Help yourself first before you help others. And if others can't help themselves, or if others can't wait, the only excuse for that is either the elderly or a toddler, someone who is truly dependent on you. Then there's special cases in that point, but also I believe in them cases you should be able to take care of yourself first. But when somebody is not in that case being elderly or a toddler, and they can't help themselves, a lot of times that's to their own demise, meaning they put themselves in that position. So now why are you going out of your way to help somebody who put themselves in that position? When you look up, imagine if you give them your resources, give them your time, give them your love, money, whatever the case may be that they may be in lack of. You give that to them. Keep in mind, they put themselves in that position. They were a bad steward of whatever resource they're needing of. A lot of times that's what happens, right? Now imagine you put them before yourself. Now they were already a bad steward of whatever resource they're in need of, and you put them first. Do you really think they're going to be a good steward now that you're giving them that love, that energy, that time, those resources that they need? Do you really think they're going to be a good steward of it just because now randomly you're giving them that love? So this is why I say take care of yourself first. And then the extras, you can give it out to who you see fit. It's just like money. When you give out money, don't look for it to be returned. Now, if it does, cool, So you're not giving out money that you need for bills. And now you're not stressed out because you gave your money out. You took care of you first. You took care of your bills. You took care of your responsibilities. Now the extra, you can bless people with. Same thing with your energy, your time, your love, whatever it is that people are needing from you. You took care of you first. And now that you took care of you first, you can give out, You can give out as much as you choose. And if it doesn't come back, you're not needing it to come back. You're okay if it doesn't come back. Now that's not to say that you're going to continuously give out and it doesn't come back and you cool with that. No. That's another story for a different day. Sometimes you got to cut them people off who don't know how to return, Like I said, sometimes these people are in their own demise, so that's probably why they're in their demise, because they don't know how to return. They don't know how to reciprocate. They don't understand when a blessing is given, it should be also returned. Another story for another day. But all in all, if you're a giver, all in all, if you're a person who loves to help, you love to see people happy, the first thing that you should do is help yourself. Make sure that you're happy. Make sure that you're loved. Make sure that you have enough resources that you need in order to continue your journey. Because at the end of the day, when you pass on, the only one who's going to be in that coffin is you. Nobody else that you helped is going to take your place in that coffin. When it's your time to go, nobody's going to say, hey, let me go for you. So that's why you should take care of yourself first. Because you're the most important person. Not anybody else. You're the most important person. That's why you should take care of you first. The art of being selfish. Like I said, this is not in a greedy sense, or this is not in an unrighteous way. No, I don't believe in anything unrighteous. This is in the most righteous way. That's why you should take care and be selfish first. Imagine if you're selfish with the mindset that you're being selfish in order to help others and not just to help yourself. Think about how abundant you will be now. Imagine if you're already a helper and when you go out to go hunt, now you on 10 because you know that you're going to get something for you and everybody else. This may not make a lot of sense to some people, but some people who are genuine and true, helpers and givers, they understand where I'm coming from. People who are real, the real cornerstone of their family or the real cornerstone of their friend group and things of that sort. You the person that everybody comes to, whether it be for advice or just to support, emotional support, money, whatever the case may be. You that person. So you know how important it is for you to go out and get it and get some extra. because you already know people gonna come forward. You already know God just put you in that position. So if you're a person who you know God put you in that position that people come to you for something, go out and take care of yourself first. That way you're not drained. That way you're not tired. That way you don't have, that way you don't have to deny people when you want to help people. Anyways, it was just a quick thought, nothing too serious, I just thought I could help somebody with this video. Anyway, remember the art of being selfish. Take care of yourself first so you can help others. Hope this helps somebody today. This is your favorite cousin. Y'all be safe. Love and blessings.